everyone, and welcome to This Week at Shrouded, episode 54. I'm your host, AGreener, and our guest today, or co-host, I should say, Mr. Wrecked and Bebo. Dunk has left us. He's a monster. He's never allowed to come back. I'm just kidding. He'll probably be back next week with his good boy. How's everyone doing this week? Good? Having fun?
Yeah.
Enjoying Destiny? Enjoying life?
Have been enjoying Destiny. Been playing lots of Destiny.
Yeah. Stop playing Destiny. You're a Titan. Stop it.
Got that sweet 500k last night on the Guardian Games. Competitive.
That's crazy. 500k. And somebody said 320 is enough for 10%?
Yeah. Currently.
Why would you even bother trying to get 500k if you could just like 350 and then dip?
To see if we can, and to push the 10% cutoff higher.
That won't push it up higher if the same amount of people only get a certain amount.
It depends who the highest person is, I guess. Like who the highest score.
Yeah,
is.
but if the 10% person is still at 320, the very lowest person on the list is at 320, going from 480 to 510 doesn't make the list any shorter. It's still the same spot. Now, if you go from 0 to 510, then yes, the list becomes shorter, but only because it adds one person. Or your whole fire team, rather. So, 3 people.
If you push the average higher, the average number higher, you might...
I didn't think it was the average. I just thought it was...
It's not the... it's top 10%.
Top 10% of people.
Yeah.
It's not the average, right?
Yeah, but if you push that number, then the number that's going to hit the top 10% is going to be harder to reach as the week goes on. As more people
you either have to be higher than the lowest at that bracket of the 10%. You have to be 91%.
Also, let me also throw in there that every time Hoppy and I do this, we always take a new person with us. So we're adding a new person.
Okay. See, that makes a difference. Okay. So I asked you earlier if you could do it, and you're like, no, fuck you. But you're taking new people through every time?
Yeah, but they're all on Team Titan.
Asshole. Oh, come on. You... It's one nightfall. Like, that's not gonna make or break the scoring.
Pretty sweet emblem I got out of doing it too.
Wait, you said
you get an emblem.
You get?
If you
but I thought you had to be the 10% at the end of the week.
No, just once. You have to be 10% at the end of the week for one of the weeks. Yes.
Okay. Well, what's the end of the week?
I think I got my emblem on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. See, I thought you didn't have one already on Tuesday, so I thought you recently got it. I'm like, wait, where's the end of this week coming from? But okay, I get it now. Never mind.
I already had it.
All right. So we're going through on Sunday. I want the emblem. Okay? All right, thanks. Yeah. All right. Make yourself available. You and Hoppy. All right, very cool. You doing anything else this week other than playing Destiny?
I might play some Helldivers. The new
Warbond's out. I saw. Yeah.
The new Warbond came out. So, and it's already fucking IGN. Oop. Shouldn't have said that word. Dang IGN. Just bleep that out. Just bleep that out. It'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
IGN published an article. It was like totally clickbait about saying that the Warbond is pay to win. Forgetting the fact that if you play Helldivers, you can earn somewhere around 350 super credits an hour playing that game, right? And the Warbond only costs 1,000. So play 3 hours over the course of a couple of weeks, and you can have it knocked out. It's not hard. So anyway, but I might play some Helldivers this weekend at some point, depending on how Trials goes.
There's actually something that I've noticed, and it disappoints me quite a lot. I used to, back in the day, like when I was in like grade 6, I know, like 37 decades ago, but it was like when the internet first came out. I'm not even exaggerating how old I am. It's right around when the internet first really became mainstream. So right around I think probably like 1996. ish. There used to be a website called Game Sages. And that was the original iteration of IGN. Owned by the same company, which is the Imaginative Gaming Network. I think that's what IGN stands for. Some shit like that. And I grew up with that. They were like my cheat. You know, when actual cheats used to be in game, big head mode,
Like
paintball
Grand Theft
mode,
Auto type.
yeah, all that really good stuff that they stopped putting in games for some reason because they're
down,
idiots.
left, right, VA
Yeah,
start.
yeah, whatever it happens to be. Anyway, I liked it for a long time. And I recognize you see it as it goes. It gets more corporate as it goes, and it gets a little less interesting, a little less good, and a little less good. I still listen to their podcast. I think it's one of the best podcasts. I don't feel like it's been touched too much by the corporate greed yet. Sorry, they have multiple podcasts. I'm talking about Game Scoop. I love the host and the typical guests that are on it. But I have a point to what I'm getting at here. Is I have found since Twitter pays for engagement that the social media team over at IGN is ruining the name of that company. Because they're more concerned with getting click-throughs and impressions on Twitter,
like marketing,
than talking like a good game journalist. It's gotten progressively worse over the last year, and it's very, very noticeable. And I don't understand why, like the editor, I don't get why the editors are more okay with getting clicks through the site than holding the image that IGN has had since 1996 or 1995 or whenever it's existed. I know I personally wouldn't, but I mean, money changes people, and the more clicks they get, the more ad money they get, and yada yada yada. And I get it, but oh my god, it's like you really want to tarnish like your name as a decent brand. Like, people have had problems with IGN for as long as I can remember, but over the last year, it's really skyrocketed, and that's part of the reason. These super clickbaity, stupid, fucking controversial headlines that they put on Twitter, it's been brutal.
They did have a video review that came out this year that I think was like a banger. Oh, the one about Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
That they called out everyone else, every other developer. That they're like, why can't this be the standard? Why, like, it was actually a good video, and that actually blew up. So, like, I don't understand why
they think they need all this other controversial stuff to stay
exactly,
relevant. Yeah. No, just put out good content, and people will go and watch it and read it and whatever. It's fine. Like, I mean, I guess a lot of people are making their lives off that now, like impressions, and they're purposely stirring up controversy just to get those clicks.
Being edgy
about to do right now.
Being edgy drives engagement, and engagement drives revenue. It's just it. Sucks, but that's the world we live in now. Yay, social media.
I recently said some nice things to Bungie again to see if I would get some shit in my Twitter feed.
You got some from me.
Bebo was one of them. No, except for he DM'd me on Discord, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then I explained to him what I do, and he's like, "Oh, oh, here we go. Here, I just wanted to bring it up. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get here." Okay. Oh wait, is this the one I want?
I did kind of read it, and I was like, that sounds so fake. Like, that is not something Greener would actually say, which is why I just like sent you a message about it.
All right, hold on. I clicked on a different one. That's not the one I want. There must have been a couple. What's the one that you sent back to me? What did I say?
It was when the servers were down.
Yeah. Okay. I'm curious what it is now. If it's the same one.
It was something about them.
Yeah, hold on, just give me a second. I'll find it. We haven't talked that much. Okay. I said something nice. Okay, there was another part where I said something mean to somebody that was shit talking them. I don't know if. Oh my god. Where is it?
There's one about you complaining of.
Well, there was one guy that says, so they're continuing to investigate the deployment issues. He said this is a joke. And I said, why don't you go show them how it's done? I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Appreciate the expertise is what I said. And then he just replied with a gif of a donut being glazed. So I replied with a shot of somebody getting something squirted into their mouth. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. Okay, hold on. We're going to find this, though. When was it down? It was down on Tuesday, which the date, Tuesday, what was the Tuesday date?
God, the internet is
The
such a
12th.
great
The
place.
12th. All right. So it was... where the fuck is it? Update. Must be this one, right? Oh yeah. Oh, nobody said anything. Bebo, you were the only one.
God damn it.
So that's pretty good, right? They used to go hard on me. That's funny. Anyway, I just said, or they said we're continuing to investigate deployment issues. Destiny will be offline. I said rough go. Good luck today. And usually that would engage the Destiny or the Bungie haters into some sort of attack dog frenzy. But all I got is someone that said love the new light video. I was like, what?
The new
I was like, I've never
video.
made a new light video. I never said anything. I was just like, okay.
Are they trolling you? Like
Maybe.
you look like a new light? Or you look like you would make a new light video or something?
I don't know. And then I put out a screenshot today of the new scoring system where Titans are at like 11 million and then everyone else is at like 2 and 3 million. And that's actually been probably, not gonna lie, one of my most engaged tweets of all time. Like, I get a lot of tweets where I reply to somebody or I quote somebody and I'll get 500 likes or 2,000 likes, or it happens frequently. But when you make your own tweet off of nobody else's information and you only have a certain amount of followers, it's harder to get it out there into the universe. So it doesn't get as much engagement unless somebody that's really popular engages with it. That's how Twitter works. It's just the way it works.
You know what I've noticed? Hunters and Titans hate each other so much that I've heard every Hunter main say they would rather Warlocks win than Titans. And I've heard every Titan main say they would rather Warlock wins than Hunters. Except for me, obviously. I would rather Hunters win than Warlocks. So. And then, like, Warlocks are just sitting in the middle, like, hating both classes, and no one hates them.
It's... No, I'd rather Titans win than Warlocks. Fuck Warlocks.
Yeah, fuck Warlocks.
Fuck Warlocks. Anyway, my point was, it's usually typically pretty low engagement, but I got a bunch of 14 comments of people bitching and moaning about Bungie, 55 likes, a couple retweets. These are pretty straightforward, though. This guy says, who actually cares who wins? So I was just like, yeah, but, I said kind of the entire point. And he's like, does it prevent you from getting the skimmer, the weapons, the title? Nope. So who cares who wins this outdated event? Actually,
He was probably raised during the participation trophy era. So.
Anyway, yeah. I just replied with a gif of finger guns because I don't get into it with people like that. But
Yeah, they already have their mind set up. There's no way.
and then this asshole called Mr. Rex says it seems fine to me.
I mean, what a smart guy. What a great comment. Well thought out, deep.
Shows deep knowledge and analysis of.
That's right. I bet he was able to crack 500,000 points this week on the Challenger Nightfall.
Oh my god, I bet he couldn't. I bet he got carried by somebody better than him to 5,000 or 500,000 points.
Nah, only hunters come begging for carries.
Oh my god, alright. Anyway, there's a bunch of other comments on here that are just like, it's either like, oh, this guy, as a Warlock / Titan main, I was 100% on board seeing the hunters sweep. GG. That would have been amusing. Now it just seems fixed. Where have you been the last 5 years?
I just say Warlock / Hunter? What?
No, Warlock / Titan main.
He said that?
Yeah, he literally picked the two worst
username?
classes
What's his username?
to be a main. His username is @birdman_unfuego.
In Fuego. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Anyway, no, that's pretty funny. But he's got a good point. Now it's just fixed, and I'm expecting a 3-way tie for, let's face it, what is probably the last Guardian games. Thoughts? You think this may be what Bungie's plan was all along? Because this very well could be the last Guardian games.
I mean, it could be. That would be
According
funny.
to Paul Tassi.
Fuck
Hey,
Paul
listen.
Tassi. Let's not talk about him. All right.
That's
That's why our YouTube algorithm keeps going down, because we keep saying those cursed
Bad
words.
mouthing Paul Tassi.
No. Saying his name is like a curse word.
Oh.
The worst
Maybe.
curse word that you could say on YouTube.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. You're right. There's a lot
No,
more.
but fuck Paul
Anyway.
Tassi.
Stop it. Stop it. Be nice to the man. He did nothing to you. He's just a reporter.
Except fucking ruin my head with horrible takes. Almost make me have a stroke.
You know, people have accused me of that.
At least you have knowledge of the game. So like when you give an opinion, even though it's wrong, it's like, well,
It's based on some sort of fact. Yeah.
Exactly. He just
Okay,
makes opinions out
that's
of
fair.
thin air.
That's fair. I feel like he does. Oh, we got to get off his hate train though. One day,
Okay.
like we gotta stop. All right. Anyway, there was a bunch of other stuff. I just thought it was funny that like, you know, I put a little bit of controversy up on my Twitter, like the picture of it going, from Hunter sweeping everything to now Titan sweeping everything. And I get a bunch of interactions. It's a perfect example of what IGN is doing with their shit and why they're going in the wrong direction. But I'm like super excited to have like a tweet that's like people are commenting and liking and stuff. So it's like I understand the draw to want to say controversial things.
Well, if you
But
wanna
also-
get
Also, I'm not going to change who I like. I always feel bad. Like sometimes I'll reply to something like, what's the word I'm looking for?
No,
Political
you
on
gotta
my
be
Shrouded
edgy.
Gaming account, and I feel bad about it afterwards because I'm like I should not do that, but I do it anyway. I replied to something just today, I think. There was a post about how bad Gina Carano, whatever, the Star Wars girl.
Toronto.
Yeah, about how bad like it is now that she was canceled by Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And I just replied with a gif of someone laughing their ass off.
That how bad it was. What do
I
you
just don't
mean?
care.
Like, you don't care about her?
No, she's a piece of... Oh, we're not going to get into it. But I replied that. She said some stupid shit, and she has to suffer the consequences now. And I don't feel bad that Hollywood has canceled her. She was a bad actress anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Not the best, I agree.
Anyway, my point is, I once in a while I use the Twitter account to reply to that, and I'm like, I shouldn't be saying this shit on Twitter. But then I was like, you know what? I don't care if Shrouded takes on my personality. Like, I don't know how.
It is your like thing, so I understand what you're saying. Like, because Shrouded is like its own thing. Even though it's
supposed to be its own thing, even though it's me. So sometimes I feel bad about giving my impressions of things that I shouldn't give my impressions on publicly. Titan, baby. Oh, Brig, get out of here, nerd. Alright, I read chat. See, I did it. Fuck!
Yep.
I can't get through a whole episode without just, like, ignoring it. Okay, so, I'm gonna stop looking at Twitter now. We had some fun with it. I might say more nice things to Bungie to see if I can get bigger reactions next week. I kind of wanna, I wanna do that,
just be super positive and super like supporting and motivating.
You're gonna return to our higher viewership roots.
Yeah, I want to return to that segment at least once or twice because, like, we did it for a while, but like I was getting to a point where, like, I'm pretty good at letting negativity bounce off of me, but when you get like 50 hate messages and DMs people telling you they're gonna kill you, like. Because you're being nice to human beings, it's a little much after a while, so I had to take a break from it.
You should just message back, I'm Canadian, and they'll understand.
No, because then they'll know what country I am and come and kill me.
I mean,
these people are nuts, man.
Double-edged sword. You know?
Psychopaths.
No, they're not nuts. They're threatening people on the internet. That's like the... It's like the biggest weeb. There's probably a 13-year-old kid just on the other side of that.
Yeah, 13-year-old kid with an AR-15 because he lives in America.
Oh my god, Canada.
I can't even refute that.
Yeah, right?
Is that telling, though? Well, let's not get into that. Let's move on. That's a bad idea. All right, let's go. Yeah.
I love guns and own a lot of them. Bye.
Bye.
I have two right here.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the gun show. Anyway, whatever. Okay, did we talk about anything else? Did we talk about what you did this week, Bebo?
Yeah, who else is playing games besides me? Come on now.
Just Destiny. I've been running a lot of... I don't know if did I say that I got all the flawless dungeons?
No, you did not.
You got all the flawless or solo flawless dungeons finished? You did Ghost of the Deep?
Correct.
I don't remember you telling me that, yeah.
I think I did it right after the podcast last week.
Okay. That sucks.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't wish doing solo flawless Ghost of the Deep to anybody.
I honestly, if I had to do that again, I think I would rather choose rubbing my eyes with sand.
See?
Other than, attempting to do that again.
It's the whole amount of time it takes, though, right? Not the difficulty.
Yeah.
Like, the encounters are so long.
And last encounter, it's for second and third. These two encounters, if they didn't wipe you, if you picked an incorrect symbol, it also wouldn't be as hard. But if you pick the symbol that's incorrect, you're done. It's done. It's over. Start again.
Well, don't pick the wrong symbol.
Or like if you go in, you grab a symbol of the wizard, and then you come back out and you're like, what the fuck was the symbol? And you deposit somewhere where you're just trying to guess and you die, like that's back to square one. So
I definitely did that a lot on the first encounter, believe it or not. I would forget to look at the symbol and then I'd go back and I'd be like, oh no, what do I do?
Yeah. And then certain places in the underwater section, at least in the first part of it.
Oh my god. Wrecked. Sorry. If we title the podcast that, people are going to lose their minds.
It'll drive engagement.
Oh my god, what did you do?
It just says Titans win Guardian games.
And say like Bungie script leaked at the bottom.
Oh shit! So good.
I put my Lorelei Splendor avatar out there. It was just a thought bubble that says, "This seems legit." Looking at the Titan flag all higher than everybody else's.
It's really good. It's really good. That's a good one. Awesome. All right. Okay, cool. I've actually done a few things this week. Real life. I finished putting in the walls in my bathroom. And I started crack filling, which was really nice.
You were in your bathroom with no walls?
Well, no. And yes. We had the inner walls ripped out because we were removing the guts and we were replacing the pink shit. What's it called? Insulation.
Insulation.
And it was all old, and we were pulling a mirror. We had a built-in mirror, so we were replacing that with a full wall, and we're just doing a hanging mirror. Anyway, so we had to get rid of like three-quarters of the wall, so we decided to get rid of all the drywall and replace it with all new drywall, and then re-crack fill it. Anyway, so that's like the wall is back in place, and it's starting to be crack filled now. So once we're done crack filling it, you have to crack fill it a few times to get it nice and smooth and perfect, and then we get to paint it. And then once it's painted, we actually get to do the finishing touches. I'm gonna be excited to have a full-on real bathroom back. I might do a before and after photo for everybody, especially a before photo. There's one photo that my wife took that I'm replacing the wall on our bathroom. Along our shower, there must have been a leak in it because all the wood that was there was rotten. So I'm standing there and I'm starting to get ready to like pull the rotten wood out, and like I got a plumber butt crack in the photo.
Oh yeah.
So it's like I should show that on Discord as a before, and then I'll do another one where I'm standing there with my butt out when everything's finished. What? Is that inappropriate to put on Discord?
No, I think it's classy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that illegal?
Plumber smile, always classy.
Plumber smile.
Just make sure to give the thumbs up as you're doing it. And just make it like really great.
Well, I already have the other photo. I can't change it. I can't doctor it. I was turned around completely. I didn't know she was taking a picture. I also didn't know my pants were down
as
that far.
a former plumber, very classy. Very blue-collar classy.
Nice. I was standing up, which was the funny thing. My pants were just down too far.
Oh, I see.
I wasn't even bent over.
AGreener just walking around with his ass out.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's my house. I can do what I want. Anyway, besides that, so I finished that. I'm excited about it. I do a little bit of crack filling each day and then sand, but oh my god, that shit gets everywhere when you're sanding it. It's so powdery and it's just, ugh.
I hate sand. It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere, yeah.
All right, Anakin.
You know what? You delivered that better than Hayden Christensen, and you weren't even trying.
Who says I wasn't? Yeah.
I give the guy props,
Say something about the women and the children.
Yeah.
And the women.
Oh, I killed them all or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
And the children too.
Props though. I found his most recent stuff pretty good.
You turned her against me.
I thought the voice acting was good in a show in the Ahsoka series. It wasn't all completely live action because they had to do a little CGI on his face to de-age him a little bit, which always is. It's always a little weird when they do that, but I thought the delivery was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Definitely.
That might have just been in the context of the show where there's a lot of not good acting in the in the show.
I also think part of the problem back in the day was the director and the script.
Yeah. Sure.
A director can direct people how to do things improperly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's not always the actor's fault.
Speaking of Star Wars, the Battlefront remaster totally flopped because their servers were absolutely dog shit.
What a disaster that was. You see that story?
You can hold like 200 people, right?
Well, they had enough servers for like 200 people first off, and then there was 10,000 people that was trying to play. And then
also private servers were failing.
Private servers were failing. I just got a reply on that post that says Bungie is gay for Titans.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
Are they saying that they're...
That would imply that all of Bungie is men and all Titans have to be men. There's no way around.
No, I think... Isn't it like a class thing?
That's the only way you can be gay for a whole class.
Maybe they're talking. Maybe they're using the version of the word that means happy.
Okay, so Bungie is happy for Titan.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Not in the context of the post, but it makes sense.
Oh, it absolutely makes sense in the context.
Maybe it's a guy trying to defend what's going on, and English is their second language.
Okay, all right. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Even though his name is...
It's not very nice.
No, never mind. I was going to make up some racist name or something, but I changed my mind.
No. Listen, the internet is full of upstanding people that you definitely would like to meet in person and have a coffee with or whatever.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of people on the internet I'd like to meet in person and punch in their fucking face. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, have a coffee with. I mean, have a coffee with.
There you go. There you go. That's better.
My bad. Drink coffee, please. Yes. All right. Yeah. Anyway, disaster. Not even on top of that. Like, there's videos of the game coming out. All the textures are fucked. It's all like this rainbow colored. You know, like the standard like texture, like the default in place texture before you start any work. So it's like the game is looking in all the wrong places for the textures. Like, what a disaster. Like, and what's the best part about it was, this was my favorite tweet. Somebody says, how do you take a 3 gigabyte game, turn it into a 70 gigabyte game, and break it? Because I guess it's 70 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Battlefront.
And then you can't even play it.
The PlayStation 2 game is 70 gigabytes. And it's broken. It's completely broken. What, like, oh man, I don't know how you do that. Like, I'm not a game developer, but I don't know how you fuck that up so bad.
Was that EA? Is that EA? No,
there's no way EA. Well, maybe EA published it, but maybe. Do they own it? Shit, hold on.
I'm pretty sure they owned it.
Licensing is a tricky thing, so who knows for sure. Let's just find out really quickly. Steam will have...
I mean, I just had to take a drive test.
Battlefront. Classic Collector Collection, right? That's the one. Overwhelmingly negative. Developed and published by Aspire. So no, they must have bought the... They must have
licensed it or something.
Yeah. Wait, they're the same people that did the Tomb Raider remaster? That's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
The Tomb Raider remaster isn't a massive online multiplayer game, though, right? So they got to be able to manage multiple people being online, trying to connect to one another at the same time. I don't know how you launch that game with the amount of hype it had online with server capacity for 200 people.
Yeah, like, you know that game, everyone is like, a bunch of people are going to want to play that.
Somebody call AWS stat and spin up every spare server they have. Holy crap.
That's crazy. All right. Anyway, yeah, they developed and published it, so they must have bought the rights to it. And they fucked everything up, which is crazy. Yeah, that blows my mind. That really surprised me when I saw. I wonder if... Hold on. I closed it, but... Aspire. I'm just going to click... I wonder if it was a different developer. Okay, so Crystal Dynamics helped with the development of Tomb Raider Remastered, which are... They're the original creators. So that's probably why it actually came through. much better.
Oh, I'm looking at the trailer and it's fucking awful.
I mean, listen, it's a port of a very old game.
Yeah, it's a
I
port of a PlayStation
understand
2
that.
game,
But it. Oh my god.
Okay, this tweet is really actually picking up traction now.
Which one?
The Guardian Games one.
Speaking of Guardian games, do you know what talks about the Guardian games a lot? The TWID for this week.
Do you want to get into it? Okay, well,
Does
I
it
didn't
really?
tell about everything that I did this week. We got distracted by Battlefront. Okay, so I did my Battlefront.
Did you play any games besides
did.
Destiny 2?
Are you excited?
All right, let's
Other
get to
than
it.
Destiny 2. Okay, so get this, right? I'm talking about wanting to be able to play Destiny 2 more and grind more, and I want to play all these new games that I have, and I want to play Helldivers more. But you know what I played instead?
What'd you play?
I started a new playthrough of Death Stranding. Of all fucking games. He's so mad. Look at his face. Why are you so mad? And you want to know what?
Are you trying to get ready for the sequel that's coming out?
Okay, first off, that trailer that they dropped for the sequel looked fucking incredible.
Oh, did it? You think you're gonna be able to do any of the shit that you saw in that trailer?
I don't
with
give
your
a shit
character?
as
No.
long as I can watch Troy Baker's character fucking sword fight with an electric guitar. I'm good.
But you're not gonna sword fight.
I don't care.
You are gonna walk around with a ridiculous number of boxes on your back and play post-apocalyptic UPS.
Yeah,
That's what you're gonna do on a tiny little motorcycle that clowns would ride in Yield modern days. All right,
Okay.
it's fucking weird.
Stop. You forgot the part when you make it over. When you just make it over the mound and something amazing comes into view, and these lo-fi tunes just start to pick up in the back, and they start to play overwhelming as it all comes into focus. And you're really in this tranquil, serene state of mind because everything is just mashing together perfectly. Because the director of the game is an incredible genius.
Yeah, he's very artistic. Meanwhile, while you're driving around with like an entire Minecraft world stacked on your back, with shit falling over all the time, and your bike falling over and driving you at weird angles, you're completing a story that you do not understand any of. And when you get to the end and everything ends and Death Stranding gets explained, you just go, huh? And then you move on.
You mean Lightfall campaign?
No.
Yeah, it makes more sense than the Veil.
At the end of most Destiny campaigns, you go, wait a minute, it's over already?
That's true.
And what the
40
fuck is
hours
happening?
into Death Stranding, you're like, please, for the love of God, end. So there's two. It's very, very, very different. Anyway, no, I never played the director's cut, and I guess there's catapults in it, so I'm excited to get to it. And I actually like that. And yeah, I like that game very much. It was incredible. One of the few PlayStation 4 games that, well, I say few. I did few, but I did platinum it, even though it took like 80 hours, which was insane. Because you have to find all the collectibles. I fucking hate collectibles. I'm so stupid. I'm a completionist that hates when they put more stuff in the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Greener wants to find one thing and be like platinum medal, and then be able to go on to the next game.
You want to know what? Listen.
And he wants that one thing to be in like one of the missions you have to do.
Yeah.
Just sitting on the floor in front of him.
I swear to God, if you got a platinum or if you got a platinum trophy from doing the first mission in a video game, I would complete probably about 10% of the games that I played, because I'd be like, plat, all done, delete.
And you're still playing Destiny.
And I'm still playing Destiny. You know why?
The platinum on PlayStation was like what? Do a Nightfall at one point, right? It's like just complete Nightfall, platinum, done.
Well, there was a bunch of other stuff.
Do you have in Destiny?
How many what?
Titles?
How many seals do you have done?
Is there a way to look it up fast without going in game?
Yeah, you can probably get it off of Dim. Probably, maybe. I don't know.
Let me look at dim. See if there's a place for it here. Why does that matter?
I don't know, just curious because you're saying a completionist and just want to.
Oh, I'm not a completionist on Destiny. The game sucks. If I was a completionist on Destiny, I'd have
podcast for everybody.
I'd have way more triumphs than I have now. And you know what? The funny thing is about people will call on the internet. They call me a Bungie bleep rider or ass muncher or whatever annoying thing. That insult always has to be gay, though. Like I'm either a dick rider, a cock eater.
Listen.
Why can't they just be
Call
like?
of Duty? Have you not?
No, I don't play Call of Duty. I hate it.
Every Call of Duty lobby, up until they got the AI to track what you're saying in VC, every single lobby was nothing but people calling you racial slurs, questioning your sexuality, and having sex with your mom. That was every single lobby all the time. That's gamer culture, man. That just is what it is.
I just don't understand. Everyone that does it, though, there's like, Bungie Cockrider. And like in my brain, I'd be like, yeah, that'd be fun. Like, it's not an insult. It's not an insult to people. Like, stop saying that. It doesn't insult me. Like, at all. I mean, not even the least. I never look at somebody calling me gay and go, oh. I'm just like, okay. Cool.
Listen, Greener. There's a lot of people out on the internet
that are bigots? Yeah, I know.
Who are not...
nothing better to do.
Who are not terribly secure with their masculinity or their sexuality. And so they project that by using things they're afraid about themselves as slurs towards you. But
just
really,
come up with
they're
something
saying
new,
slurs towards
though.
themselves.
Just come up with say some other insult that means that I'm just... they're getting so boring at this point. I've seen the same fucking gif of some cowboy riding a dick-shaped horse only so many times before I'm
pretty sure that's just a horse.
No. You know what I mean, though. It's you can only see it so many times before you just stop laughing, and it's like, oh my god!
Listen, when I responded to you,
content.
I actually had to do a search to try to find an image that I hadn't seen in one of your replies before. Because it's the same one. They use the same ones over and over. Like all the ones when you start typing it in to the GIF search, like all the ones that were right up top, I've seen them all like a million fucking times.
It's because people just type in Dick Rider and they pick the first one over and over again instead of a new insult.
I enjoyed how that one person got mad at me and tried to defend you, and I was like, chill, dude. We're homies. Also, come listen to our podcast, Link.
You did. What? Oh, yeah, okay, this is a good one. That's a weird GIF, though. That's just some, like, figurine riding a rooster.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yep.
What's the figurine?
Are you talking about the post that you were nice, or the most recent?
No. Destiny announced the Ghostbuster crossover or whatever it is, happening on March 19th. By the way, yeah, because the Ecto one looks incredible. By the way,
it's not in the TWID. We should talk about that.
Yeah,
that's a good segue. Let's talk about that right now.
All right, let's bring it up right here on the screen. Check this out. You know, wait, what was the date? March 19th. We are getting... Do I have a display function here somewhere? Oh, look at that, internet. You guys will have to look it up yourself or look on the stream. But we're getting the Ecto 1, a Slimer Ghost, and I actually don't know what the fuck that sparrow is.
It's just like ghost stuff.
Yeah, it looks like the ghost.
It's just
it looks like it's got ram horns on the front, which I don't know how that relates to Ghostbusters at all. I don't remember any rams or anything. They have those weird claymation fucking dragon monsters or whatever you want to call. Like, make one of those the sparrow, idiots. God. And sometimes I don't get it. But anyway, this Slimer Ghost and the Ecto 1 is actually really good.
I hate this.
So that is real? It's very real because it was tweeted by Destiny, the Destiny
You
account.
hate it?
I
Why,
hate
Rick?
this.
Oh, yeah.
I hate the Fortnitification of games. It just irritates me. Like, listen, I've gone on this rant on multiple times on this podcast. All right, if I play Fortnite, I expect my squad to be like it's Goku and Thanos and Darth Vader and the Terminator. All right,
Dream team
that's
right
just,
there, baby.
That's part of playing the game. All right, but when I go and play like Warzone, if I'm in some random team and it's me who is dressed up like a military guy and Groot and Nicki Minaj and a cat, I can't have any fun. It breaks my immersion. Immersion in games is part of what makes them fun, right? For me. And when that stuff happens and it's not what the game has been about for ever, like it is with Fortnite, where you expect that kind of thing and it's kind of cartoony and whimsical and whatever, it takes me right out of the enjoyment. The same. So when Destiny starts to throw these crossovers, all the other crossovers they've had to date have fit into the Destiny aesthetic, even though you can tell that what
It's
properties
not
some
from
of this
Destiny.
stuff comes from.
Yeah.
You can tell the properties they come from. Even like the Ghost of Tsushima crossover for the Warlocks, it still fits the aesthetic of the game. I worry that as they do more and more of these and do them on what seems to be shorter and shorter term, that they're going to start getting sloppy and things are going to start feeling less like Destiny and more like Fortnite.
We have been getting them a lot more frequently.
If that happens, if it gets to the point where like if it ever gets to the point where they actually change the art style of the stuff they're putting out, like if I run through the tower and there's a cell shaded character running around, all of a sudden I'm out. I'm done. That'll be it.
I will play more Destiny than I ever have in my life.
It's it. I can't do it. Can't do it.
It's okay. It's not that big.
I want to run around as a League of Legends character inside of Destiny.
Okay.
Now that said,
That's
the
what I
Echo
quit.
1 ship looks cool. I will fully admit that the
Yeah.
ship the cosmetics look good. I very well may, if I get into if I'm running a raid, even on the SGC, even an SGC raid, and I see somebody pull out that fucking Slimer Ghost, I'm gonna go right into my roster and be like, kick. Ooh, we'll just 5-man it or replace them with somebody else. Get out of here with your Fortnite
what?
bullshit.
Come on!
What if it's free?
That's so dramatic.
I don't care if it's free.
I also know you're not going to do that, but it's...
Oh,
like,
I know he will.
No, he
I know
won't.
he will. Absolutely.
He would do it to somebody like me, but not like a regular member. If he did that to a regular member, we'd be getting in fisticuffs.
I've kicked people.
I'm reading the chat now. Gamer, yes, I know you're trying to get that Slimer, and I'm gonna boot you out of my raid.
I'm gonna get it just to spite him. That's right, Leo. Me too. I wasn't even gonna buy this shit. Now I am.
Leo,
You know what's funny?
Leo's my prophecy part. I'm gonna be like, who wants to do a prophecy? No one's gonna respond but him. He's gonna show up. He's gonna pull up that ghost right in front of my face, and I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna solo this. Goodbye.
You don't ever raid with me. How you gonna do? Oh, okay, yeah, she's talking to you. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading that now. The Slimer thing though looks like a Festival of the Lost mask.
Yeah,
Which I found.
It does.
Which is
It
interesting.
kind of looks awful. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it looks great.
It just doesn't. It doesn't
looks-
fit Destiny. Like
It fits Festival of the Lost perfectly. It's weird that they didn't release it during Festival of the Lost, but whatever.
it's
Like
because
this-
it's a movie
this-
crossover, and the movie is in the process. Did it just come out, or is it coming out?
It's coming out, or it just... I
Yeah.
think it did its opening red carpet already, but it's not out
Yeah,
in theaters.
yeah. I mean, that's the timing, right?
Yeah. I get it. Oh, I understand. But why did they make the Ghost Festival of the Lost when it's not festival? Like, just make it a real Slimer. Like, you don't have to make a cardboard. Like, the
Make it a
teeth
real
are cardboard, the hands are cardboard, the arm is folded up cardboard. Like, it's straight up Festival of the Lost aesthetic. But the ship isn't, the Sparrow's not, and it's March. So, it was weird. It's a weird choice. What are you laughing at?
Anyway, I worry that we're going to get more and more of this stuff since we know that Sony is putting pressure on
Bungie to make money?
To make more money. So.
Anime characters. Let's go. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, since at this point, they had sold like 4 times more pre-sales, pre-orders. You know?
Fuck off.
Same time last year.
All right. Yeah. Because of, what was it? Emblems?
Stupid article.
Yeah. Emblems. Anyway, so Rect said, please don't turn... he replied to that post and said, please don't turn into Fortnite. For the love of God, please. And then the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is how we led into the segues. I replied to him and said, please turn into Fortnite. And then he posted a picture of... I think that's... is that Handsome Jack? I can't tell. Is it someone else? I don't know who it is. He's riding a giant rooster, though. And I got the message. And it's the Shangling Swarm came in and says, I see you don't like fun, to Rect.
Yep.
So here's where I'm.
And then he plugged the
podcast. I'm halfway in the middle. I think I'm all for all the like crossovers and stuff, as long as they fit the Destiny aesthetic and they make sense within like Destiny and they look good and cool. The second like they look like that Ghost, it just I don't know.
We need to move away from the Destiny aesthetic. Okay.
And the Sparrow isn't really that like. It looks exactly like the Ghost, the Deep Sparrow. So.
It does. It's very similar.
Well, there you go. So, I don't even want Sparrow anyway. Sparrow's shit. Nobody's gonna be wanting any Sparrows now that fucking skimmers are a thing. Like, why is anybody on a Sparrow? Those things, like, they're so much cooler. I love playing.
Some people are still having problems getting themselves the skimmers. There's still lots of complaints about the skimmers are too hard to get on the Bungie forums.
You can just go and buy one from the Eververse store, losers. No, just kidding.
All right, Mr. Moneybags.
Moneybags. What are you talking about? It was 2,500 silver for that package. That's like free, isn't it?
That's $25 American.
Oh, it was 3,000, wasn't it?
Skimmers. I'm literally
$30 American.
Skimmers were cash in my game too, but Bungie said they fixed
that.
Yeah. Maybe they
isn't it yours? It's someone else's that's crashing it.
Well, I mean, it probably could be yours too.
No,
well, it's not how it someone else doing a trick through a load zone is crashing everyone in that load zone. Like
yeah, so when you were flying through a load zone, if you were doing tricks, you crashed the zone behind you.
Is that why my fire team kept leaving me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing tricks through Disgrace like the whole way. Like you could get the skimmer all the way to like the end of the fucking line. Yeah, I was totally crashing everybody. I never finished that. I didn't finish that once with a whole fire team. I didn't know. How was I supposed to know?
SGC founder, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.
What happens when Greener gets banned for net limiting? What happens to the community then?
It stays alive. I have more time to do other things.
Oh, sounds like someone's...
What? Do more SGC related things, not... Okay, anyway, I played Death Stranding. That's how we got it. The director's cut. I bought a PS Portal too, and that's why I started playing...
PS Portal?
Yeah, it's the handheld PlayStation device that...
PSP?
No,
No.
The PlayStation Portal. It's the new one.
It's a remote play peripheral for your console, yes.
And it's awesome.
What was the PSP called originally?
The PlayStation Portal.
The PlayStation Portable. It was the PSP.
Oh, yeah.
The Portal is not a gaming device on itself. It can't play games on itself. It has to connect to your console.
Device.
And it uses remote play. It's a dedicated remote play device for your console.
Interesting. How can you be like? I don't know. Can I be in the States and play my PS5 that I don't have here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need internet connection.
You just need an internet connection. You connect it through
your console is turned on. Yes.
It doesn't even need to be turned on.
It doesn't need to be turned on?
My
There you
console
go.
will always be turned on.
You
know
can,
what I mean?
well, you can, once you connect your PlayStation Portal via the account to your PlayStation 5, you can turn it on and off from your portal.
There you go.
So it doesn't even need to be on, nothing. You turn it on and off. It doesn't even turn on like here. Like the PlayStation Portal uses, like, they work together properly. So like when I turn it on, like my PlayStation doesn't go beep 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 and the TV like boots up and all that stuff. It knows that I'm playing on the portal. So on the PlayStation Portal. So it runs all the programs underneath and it streams it to the portal. So like shit doesn't have to boot up here is what I'm saying. Like
How's the delay on it? Like,
it's not it I've played Death Stranding and Destiny 2. And I find first-person shooters are typically the worst when it comes to trying to stream stuff. And Destiny was good, so. But that's on a network. Like I'm on an internal network currently. So I don't know what. From what I've heard from people that are using it, the latency's fine. Even when you're not on the internal network. They designed it as best they could for that. But I don't know if I'm not sure if I'd want to play like first-person shooters or stuff on it yet. I haven't. I'll try it and I'll report back if I think it's awesome. But I think there's a lot of games that I haven't played that it's going to work perfectly for, and it's going to give me time and the means to actually go through them, especially when I'm traveling. Which I'm doing next week, but I'm going to be too busy. Going to PAX.
what are you doing next week?
PAX East.
What's that?
It's a gaming convention.
Is
40,000
it in Canada?
people. No, it's in Boston.
Boston, eh?
That's not what Boston sounds like.
Absolutely, it is actually absolutely. That was spot on.
I don't know what you were in whatever. Okay, anyway, it's in Boston. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be there.
Is there going to be like anything cool to do there? Like, what are you doing?
I'm going to a gaming convention. What's
What
there
do
going to
you-
be?
what do
I
you-
don't know. There's this giant convention hall that's filled with companies and booths, and they're going to tell me all about their new video games, and I'm going to play them, and it's going to be awesome. And then they typically have panels and discussions and gaming tournaments. Last time I was at PAX, actually, which was in 2020, during the COVID outbreak, which was awesome. It was literally like my wife thought I wasn't going to be able to get back across the American border because they were going to lock it down. Like that's exactly when PAX was. It's also the last time I went. Anyway, I was there. I didn't catch COVID, which was awesome. I played an Apex Legends tournament, and I'd only played like 4 games in total before I was even there. But we were in this big tournament that was streamed on Twitch and everything. It was just pretty funny. Anyway, I lost. Pretty.
I thought you were
pretty
going to
bad.
tell me like, and I placed like second in the first qualifier. Or something.
Oh no, I lost the very first game I played.
Should have just made that up or something.
We didn't even make it past the qualifier. But we also got we got teamed up with random people that I'd never met before. And then I met some people that I really I had watched their content and stuff and enjoyed and talked to them. It was good. I like PAX. PAX is fun. That's why I wanted to go back. So
Bit of networking.
that too. Like I wasn't really big into networking back then. It was
More
4
like
years ago.
fanboying?
Shrouded was still only a couple years old. I went to GCX last year specifically to network.
2020 was 4 years ago. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's
What
nuts.
is that?
Anyway, I bought my tickets for GCX this year, just today as well. So I'm going back this year in August. So let's go, baby. Can't wait. I hear some people from Shrouded are going, so I might actually get to meet some people this time. I got to
Who's
meet
that?
Bob last year, actually. I think Grimm's going, from what I heard, and some of his crew.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah. See if I can convince anyone else to go.
Do you actually want to hear something? I had no idea who Grim was when this whole thing started. Like the event thing started.
Oh, yeah.
And then people kept talking about it, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? So I look up his raid report, and I'm like, oh. Oh. Oh, okay, this guy. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
you're going up against. Wait, did you do the competition already?
No, it's next Saturday.
Did you see what he just did today?
I know. Yeah, that's all.
You're going
No,
up against a guy who solo flawless a fucking raid.
I know.
Good luck.
I know.
Have fun.
I know. I'm no shot at anything. But
I never believed in
fun.
you to begin with, but
you sound just like my father. So.
Greener's such a nice man.
yeah, I know, right?
Oh, but been talking to him. He's a cool guy.
He's all right. He almost tore apart Shrouded once.
That wasn't his fault. That was Nero's fault.
He was part of this big thing that happened.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. That's right. Pineapple, baby. Anyway, you know what we haven't talked about yet? The TWID.
The TWID?
Yeah.
Fuck, I said TWID.
Loser. All right, let's talk about TWID. Let's just do it, and then we'll finish up. We've been on here, what? Yeah, an hour and a half. We're good.
I gotta go manage the weebs in a bit.
Manage the weebs. All right, so this week in Destiny this week, so they talked a little bit about End of the Light, how we're going to see some information on it, plans for further weapon enhancement, the Guardian Games dog shit. Sorry, what I mean, the Guardian Games nerfs. I mean All-Star Progress. Sorry, I just a bunch of new wallpapers, which were actually pretty good. Fire Team Finder is now on our phone. That's exciting. Are people still using that?
I have used it on a few occasions.
What?
Is that how
You
you
have a
ended
whole
up with
Discord of people that are dying to play with you. What are you talking about?
That's probably why he's using it.
You want the honest answer to that?
And no.
That is.
You're gonna say something mean and it's gonna hurt people's feelings. So let's just keep going. Alright, so Destiny Into the Light. So check out this image they sent out. They said we're gonna learn more about it, but people are already speculating that we're going to be they want a horde mode in the city. Looks like the last city. There's pyramid ships in the sky. Shit's going on. And what people are assuming is horde mode is because of these turrets that look like they're fighting with us.
All right, so there are a number of things to point out in this image. Yeah, I presume you have it up on the screen right now.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number one is if you look at the turrets.
Yeah.
The turrets, those are Cabal turrets, clearly.
Yeah.
They've got Vanguard markings all over them, which is interesting.
Oh, yeah. Look at that right there.
Let's see. What's next? Look in the background.
The pyramid.
That's the
shit.
tower. That's the actual tower. It's no longer busted. If you look at Destiny promo material since the Red War, every time there's new promo for a new release where the tower is pictured in the promo material at all, it's a little bit more rebuilt, a little bit more rebuilt, a little bit more rebuilt. The tower is now fully rebuilt and Into the Light. So potentially going back to the regular tower, who knows? That would be a blast from the past.
What
And
if
then-
this is in the past?
I mean, you never get. This is all just some Vex construct. Yeah. And then the last thing, well, the last two things that we've been talking about is that Warlock. That's Blast Furnace in that Warlock's hand with a Vanguard skin on it. That is the old Blast Furnace weapon model, and that hand cannon that the Hunter's using. That's Midnight Coup.
Yeah.
And the sword. The sword is.
Well, that's a
We don't
fucking
care.
beat.
We don't care about the sword.
Aren't these all old things?
The sword is unremarkable, only in that, it's probably another wave frame sword. But
What if this is
Blast
before
Furnace,
the Red War?
Blast Furnace being there indicates, reissue of those weapons, of the Black Armory weapons, and Midnight Coup being there indicates reissue of Leviathan weapons. It does not indicate, however, Leviathan's coming back, because if you look at those weapons closely, they have Vanguard markings on them. So both of them do have Vanguard markings on them. So those are probably going to be the quote seasonal weapons. You know, the equivalent of a seasonal weapon group, except for Into the Light.
Into the Light, whatever Into the Light is.
That would be my guess.
Why are those shriekers so small?
Probably because they're off in the background. They're probably
is that what is it? See this
away.
one, the one on the right hand side beside the witch kind of feels like or the wizard. It kind of feels like they're near each other, but it's still like a fraction of the size. But maybe my depth perception is just way off.
No, I get what you mean, but it is really far in the background.
Like these ones can be mistaken for being really far in the background, but these look like they're next to each other. So, but anyway, we'll see what it is.
The armor is all new. Is a slightly updated take on the original Red War armor. So.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. Maybe that's all that means. That's why the tower is back, because that's what the tower looked like in the very first image when you boot up the game Destiny.
I presume it's because
that's what
this is happening now.
Yeah, maybe.
I would guess that it's Zebu Aras forces attacking the city. That would be my guess, anyway.
That bitch. Why didn't they just say a new?
See it, right?
Why didn't they just give us a new season though?
I don't think they had enough. And put a new in there. It's going to be like 30th anniversary, right?
30th anniversary was pretty good though.
We would have had a raid or dungeon given to us.
No, that ain't gonna happen. They're too busy making.
Well, that's why they didn't do it a new season.
Well, they don't have to do those things in the season.
Well, which is why we're getting this, which is like content,
right.
But not a. Also, they're moving away from the seasonal model.
They're going to episodes. It's just a different word for the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get to learn more about what these are on March 19th. And then there's going to be 2 more broadcasts on the 26th and the 2nd. You can go watch them, and you will earn these emblems. One is for watching for 30 minutes across any of the 3. And the other one is for watching for 2 hours. So just watch for 2 hours and you get both. So that's the those held dear and the Echo Diamond. Neither one of them are particularly interesting. But I mean, everybody loves emblems, so we gonna be getting them.
Can you read the title below that? Below those emblems?
Making enhanced traits more obtainable. Yeah, I was gonna get to that. Calm down, you old man. All right, let's talk about making enhanced traits more obtainable. I'll just read what it says right here straight up. Over the last year, the weapons team has been collecting a lot of feedback on weapon crafting and enhancement. We recognize players want more access to enhanced perks, so they can make their favorite gear even more capable. So, I wonder how accurate that information is. Because I've seen a lot of people recently saying, no, we don't want more access. We want it more limited to things like Master Rating and Trials of Osiris. That seems to be a pretty popular opinion. Like Adept weapons. That's my point.
They're talking about enhanced traits. So like, what I think it is like the Master Raid weapons that are Adept that you can get your roll and enhance it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that you'll be able to craft the weapon itself.
Well, yeah. That's what they're talking about. But this stuff isn't. This is what they're talking. They were talking about all this stuff getting
more obtainable,
getting enhanced
more
traits.
accessible.
Yeah. You still have to farm for the rolls that you want, which is probably what they should have done already.
I mean, it'll make the Adept weapons more desirable.
Yeah,
because currently, like, there's really no.
Well, they already did this for what? Rooted Nightmare weapons
and Crota.
Was it Crota?
I mean, yeah, Crota. Yeah.
They should be adding. They should be adding all the raids to it, but whatever. They'll get there, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even have red borders for garden yet, you know.
That's because those guns suck. All right, well,
they're not craftable, yeah.
While we aren't fully ready to talk about the entire weapons landscape for the final shape, the new and reprised weapons that you collect from Prophecy Dungeon and Guardian Games All-Stars, as well as new weapons in rotation in Iron Banner, Trials of Osiris, and Nightfalls, will all retroactively be enhanceable when the final shape releases on June 4th. So keep this in mind, the following weapons. So the Prophet, Scout, the Summoner Auto, Tusk of the Boar Grenade Launcher, the Multi-Max Sub, the Wild Style Grenade Launcher, the Slammer Sword, the Strand Scout Rifle from Guardian Games, the Tidal Submachine Gun, the Hullabaloo Grenade Launcher, which will be fun. And then all the Prophecy Dungeon stuff, all of it. So Prosecutor, the Auto, the Sub, the Pulse, the Hand, the other Pulse, there's 2 Pulses, and then the Shotgun. But everybody's going to be like, I see the popularity of the Prosecutor has like skyrocketed in Crucible. And it's gonna increase even more, with...
Listen.
I'm listening.
This is not a way to make enhanced perks more readily accessible to players. That's not what this is. What this is
To make these weapons more interesting.
is the next version of weapon sunsetting. It's no different than when they brought in origin traits and made a bunch of weapons perform worse because they didn't have origin traits. Now
people stopped using them.
Now they're going to, without actually sunsetting any guns, they're going to introduce a way to make some guns better than the rest. Thereby reducing the amount of weapons that people are going to want to go after, or give them additional space to make new guns, or bring back the same old guns again that you already had, but not let you enhance the ones you already had, make you get the new ones in order to then enhance them. So they are obviously retroactively doing this for some of them. I think that's mostly just to get people hyped to engage with these activities in the long amount of season we still have left. But when they roll this out in full, I would be absolutely shocked if it was retroactive to anything else. So all the other weapons in the Nightfall pool, nope, got to get a new one if you want to enhance those things. I would be willing to bet money on it.
I think it's not that you'll have to get a new one. I think it's that they'll be rotating out of the Nightfall pool, and then they'll be bringing in new ones that will be able to be enhanced. So, like, there's essentially no point in keeping the old ones that you can't enhance.
Okay.
That's what I think is happening here. I think this is just sunsetting 3.0.
Makes sense.
Not 2.0?
You guys
2.0 was origin traits.
Oh.
You guys see Dado's video about
I don't watch Dado's videos.
Rotators?
Well, I mean, I don't have to watch Dado's video to know what he's talking about. It is time to get rid of rotators or do something different than what we have now. There's too many activities to rotate through, and it's impossible to having to wait like 6 or 7 weeks in order to go back and do prophecy farming again is annoying. Super annoying when that's what you want to do right now. What makes it worse is like when you go in there now, I did 3 runs this week. The very first thing I did this week, did 3 runs with Leo. One of my runs, I got nothing but armor. I was so irritated.
Yeah. There's no point in running the activity. Like, they just updated the entire weapons pool, and then once it's out of rotation for the next 2 months, there's no point in running it more than once.
So like every other content piece?
Exactly, but Like,
But I mean, like
rotators
when a new raid comes out with new weapons, you only get to run it once that week, forever.
I think the dungeon is currently farmable. The dungeon from this season. It's the same whenever you.
Did I say dungeon or raid?
Warlords are
Yeah, but so was Crota last season. No?
It was farmable?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Like whenever that end game content comes out that season, it is like the seasonal activity.
There's too much. It doesn't matter what's farmable or not right now. The issue is that there's so much stuff in rotation that's only farmable for a short window when it comes in. That it sucks not being able to go farm the things.
Yeah, I guess
farm.
it just never used to be that way. So
well, before when there were only like 2 or 3 dungeons, and there's a dungeon that's a rotation that you get it every 3rd week, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. But when there's 7 of them,
what I'm saying is there never used to be a rotation. It was always just do the dungeons once a week, then you're done. That was it. For like 4 years, 5 years. Like
that's true.
They were never
the raids,
farmable.
The dungeons, they were never farmable for the longest time.
That's true.
The farmable rotator is pretty new. Now, while I agree with you, waiting 7 weeks to do it now that it exists is dumb, but also, yeah, we never used to be able to do it at all. So
I wouldn't mind if there was a rotator if there was also a way to spend currency in order to get access to something now and be able to go in there. Like,
you know what would be cool? Sorry, I thought you were
if you could spend spoils, for instance, to activate loot on something that's not on rotation, I'd be fine with that. Now, I'm somebody who's got I'm maximum capped on spoils, so it's getting richer potentially, but at least it would be an option.
You know what I would be fine with? Get rid of the spoils and all the red borders at the end of raids and just make everything farmable. I would be fine with that. And make red borders like just drop normally, like how they do. Get rid of the red borders at the end, get rid of spoils of conquest, and then just let us farm however we want.
The problem is all the crazy players would all farm everything they wanted in the first week, and then they'd never come back and play the game. And it's Bungie's job to... No, it's not. It's Bungie's job to keep people coming back from week to 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 play the game over and over and over again. If you give everybody access to everything they want right now, there is a large chunk of the player base that will play it all right now and then quit playing for 6 months.
And complain about it constantly from that point.
That is the only reason why. That is the only reason why things are the way they are. But also, all these players, they still run the content even when they're not getting loot from it.
Yeah, mostly only streamers, I find.
I mean,
how many people are playing activities that aren't getting loot? That's crazy to me. You're playing an activity with not getting loot? That's nuts.
Go ahead.
When someone's going like solo flawless or stuff or attempting stuff like that.
Well, they're trying to get solo flawless. That's their loot. There's a difference.
Let me give you an example. I'm not going to step into Garden of Salvation for fun. Not ever.
Ever.
All right. It doesn't even matter. You know what? I am known to dislike Garden of Salvation. I like Crota's End. I like Last Wish. I'm not going to run a Last Wish for fun. It's not going to happen. The only reason I'm going to be there is if somebody needs a Sherpa run, or there's some kind of title or challenge I have to do. I still need to do a Petra's run, so I might be willing to do that. But I'm only going to go in there if there's a goal that I'm getting out of it. I don't play Destiny outside of Crucible for fun. Not ever. Destiny is not a fun game to just play. I'm sorry.
I like this.
And I have 8,500 hours. All right.
You know what is though, like above all, the worst thing for me? The fact that you cannot pick a master version of the dungeon unless it is the rotator.
That is also stupid. You
That
should
is the
do master of any of
stupidest
the
thing
activities
above
whenever.
all.
Yes.
I think that's dumb.
Or the raid. Like, just no sense. Like, even if you do keep it farmable once a week, why can't I do the master version once a week for loot?
I got to address something from chat. Sorry, I was reading it. Leo, I say that I don't do things for fun, but then I go for 400 plus on Guardian Games Nightfalls. Every single time I'm doing, I already have the emblem. Every single time I'm doing it, I'm helping somebody get through, or I'm going in there specifically to see if we can push the score higher. I mean, that is the loot. Getting that 501,000 that I have and pushing that to 502,000, that's enough reason for me to go in and do something. If I knew that there was no shot of me pushing that score, and I wasn't taking somebody else through for the first time, I wouldn't be doing it. It's not fun at that point.
Wah, wah. All right, let's keep going. We should finish up. It's
Yeah.
long. All right, so TLDR, have everything always accessible and farmable, right?
Or at least give us master versions of things as well. Every like at all times.
I mean, they could go back to the skeleton. You guys remember the skeleton key system? They used to have for.
Is that Prison of Elders or something?
No, that Destiny.
So you used to be able to get skeleton keys as drops from like doing nightfalls, right? And when you got to the end of the nightfall, you could use your skeleton key to guarantee some kind of loot. All right. It could be strike specific loot, it could be nightfall weapon, it could be whatever. But that's what they had before champions, right? That guaranteed your platinum drop. They could do something like skeleton keys that you get from running activities, and then when you run something that's not a rotation, then you can just use your skeleton key and you get drops instead.
What do you mean? You said it was before champions. There was no skeleton key system in Destiny 2.
Was it Destiny 1 that I'm thinking?
It has to have been. I'm not that stupid, right?
It was Destiny 1 then that had the skeleton key system.
I'm gonna lose my
These
fucking
from
mind
doing
if it was
activities,
Destiny 2.
And then you could use them. It must have been Destiny 2. Well, listen, my account goes all the way back to beta, so sometimes things get a little mixed up.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the skeleton key system was a way for them to guarantee that you got drops, or specific drops that you wanted, right? They could do something like that too, where you had this currency that you just spend at the end of an encounter when the encounter chest drops, they get a drop, even if it's not in rotation. I mean, there's lots of options they could do. I don't know if they're going to take the rotators away entirely, though.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
What you just explained though is raid spoils.
Yes, this was raid spoils before it was raid spoils. That is correct.
Because you can just, if you have enough spoils, you can just buy as many of whatever you want as you want.
If they were going to use spoils, though, they would need to do this kind of thing. They would need to expand spoils. You need to be able to get it from doing dungeons as well. There need to be more opportunities.
You can just have dungeon
get rid of
spoils.
them. I would get rid of spoils, period. And then just
Then everybody would have
again.
every gun they want, and nobody would be farming it anymore. You can't make it too easy.
I'm just saying, get rid of the red border chest at the end, for purchasing, and then just get rid of spoils and make everything farmable.
I think you would find that if you took away the guaranteed method of getting one red border a week, that you would have fewer
Not
people
the
even bothering.
Not the guaranteed method.
If you
The
couldn't buy
chest
them,
at the end.
I understand, but if you couldn't buy them, I suspect you would find there would be fewer people that would be interested in raiding at all. Because part of the reason that some people, especially very casual folks, do the raids to get their red borders. And if you cut down a number of red borders they might decide it's not worth the effort anymore. I think it would have the opposite impact of what you're thinking it would have. Because there are some people that they're like me, once they get their red borders from a raid, they're never going back in there ever again for any reason.
Yeah. There definitely probably is, as well as shit, I was gonna say something, I forgot what it was. I don't know. I just
it's an
think
interesting thing to talk about because there's so many things they could do.
Yeah, I just think Yeah, it's hard to find the one that would work the right way for the most amount of people.
Oh, people would be pissed about it no matter which version you did. The only thing people wouldn't be pissed about is if they would not be pissed about the fact that the rotator system was at least being addressed. But no doubt, whatever the solution is, if it wasn't just no more rotators, people will still be irritated at something or another, because the Destiny community can never be totally happy about anything.
Yeah, when they do change it at some point to whatever it is, it doesn't matter. People will be pissed about it, and they won't be satisfied with what the outcome was. I'll say that.
I don't do raids for Red Wars. I do it for fun. Same. Unless it's GOS. I fucking hate that raid.
Goss gang sucks. Rise up.
Yeah.
Let's go. Anyway,
that's probably Paul Tassie's favorite raid.
Probably. Salts.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
So, Guardian game scoring.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's move along. We know it's plain and simple. Hunters were winning. They did 7 gold, 1 silver, 0 bronze. Warlocks 7 silver, 1 bronze. Titans were in the absolute last place with 1 gold, 7 bronze. And now they are shit kicking the shit out of everyone. In medals dropped, whatever. The focus activity, it's a complete wipe. It was worse than the first week with Hunters. And I'm totally fine with some things and them adjusting the system, but they really just swung this in the opposite direction. They just did a big fucking... No, I'm not listening. Hold on. They did a big look. Like, they fucking... Like, if you want people to keep playing your game, you gotta make it look closer, regardless if the numbers are fudged or not. But we're getting like 16 million to 2 million focus activities. We're getting the flags that are fucking so high up that you can't see them past the horizon. Like, it's like whatever they did to balance the system, they turned that notch up to 27 out of 10. Like, they completely missed the mark. They totally fucked it over. They completely just wonked it all over the place.
Nah. Listen, all that's happening is that Titans were treating Guardian games just like everything else, all right? They had to take it took them a few days to get up the right speed to get their shoulder charge procced, and now they've let it loose. And now they're just destroying everybody. That's all it is. Titans are just applying Peregrine Greaves to Guardian games, and they're fucking shit-kicking everybody out of the way. It's fine.
That's not what happened.
Fine. Nothing's fucked up. When you look at a score, and Hunters have like 6 million, and Warlocks have like 2 million, and Titans have 105 million, because that happened the other day, everything's fine. Nothing's messed up at all.
And it's not even that. It's Titans have 105 million. Warlocks now at this point are usually higher than Hunters, and Hunters are under 2 million. All the Hunters give up playing the focus activity and switch to Titan to get the champion box. Like, they fucked it so much that nobody's even trying anymore. They've conceded the focus activity to the Titans. They've swapped to their Titans to get the champion bundle. And then they go about their daily business.
Smart of them.
Why would anybody switch? If you have 3 characters, you get the bundle no matter what. It's not like you're locked into a single character for this thing.
Well, the focus activity you are. The first game you play in the focus activity is the character.
Does that lock you in?
It locks you in.
No, I
if
didn't.
You have the class item, yeah.
I haven't played the focus activity once.
Oh. If you play the focus activity, when it's on, there's a little thing that says you have committed to Titans or Hunters for this focus activity.
Titan's just better than.
Yeah, just all of a sudden, like the first focus activity after Bungie say, "Oh, we've implemented our permanent fix," and then the fucking dial just went. Look, I'm cool with them averaging it out or whatever. It's just they really fucking they turned it up way too high. Titans are just
Where is it
oh my God.
that they adjusted the scoring?
What happened to them the first 7 days then? Like
I told you we were running.
That's not what happened.
We started walking, and then we started jogging, and we're listening to the Rocky theme song.
We need
and just speeding up, taking a bite of bacon, eating a crayon, and then we just shoulder charged the hunter right out of the way. Right? The warlock knew better. He just got out of the way. He's like, "You can have this shit. I don't care." But the hunter's like, "Look at me, blap!" And now he's dead.
Yeah, Hunter dressed up as cursed thralls and just asking for it. Yeah.
I don't care anymore. Fuck the Guardian games.
Just do like the rest of your hunter brethren and go commit Titan.
I've already converted 2.
You've always been Titan, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Hunters are the most. That's right. Anyway, all right. So they fucked the scoring. Now everyone's fucked, and they're gonna fuck with the scoring again this Tuesday. And then I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a
I will agree. They have absolutely done something that's way incorrect to have an outliers like we've seen every day this week.
Yeah, it's been insane. Yeah.
Whoever they have hired to work their numbers, they need to lay them off.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It makes me wonder. Like, we're all saying they did it wrong, but what if they just did the math and it's legit the averages, and Titans just on average played that much more? So when they implemented the fixed and activated it, and then the numbers averaged out to based on how many there were to how many activities they were doing, that this was just the result.
It can't be.
How do you know? Maybe hunters just don't play the game.
Every time
there's just so many of us.
I understand this is just like a very small subset of total potential players.
Yeah.
But whenever we look at data for SGC, when we pull like player of the week numbers, or
a lot. Yeah.
There are a lot more just hunters that exist than all the rest. And if you look at something like Trials Report, one of the numbers they put out is a breakdown of percentages of classes and subclasses. Hunters are always at the top. They're always the most played. Now, that could just be part of being PvP or whatever, but it just seems highly suspect that the numbers are shaking out like they are right now this week if something's not messed up. Whenever you look at population numbers, there are always more hunters than anything else. It seems odd.
I mean, I have an officer with 3 hunters, so...
That's what I meant with... What, really?
You have an officer with 3 hunters?
Why?
This person is not qualified to be an officer.
Absolutely not.
They need to be removed from staff.
As a matter of fact, his commitment to Hunter is why I made him an officer. No, he was an officer already. No, and he doesn't have 3 hunters. He only has 2.
That's just as bad.
That's still questionable. He screwed himself out of loot. What is he doing?
He knows he can't farm the same thing.
Don't. I've been on his ass for forever about it.
It doesn't work like having a hunter and a warlock. You can't just go and farm a raid with 2 hunters twice. It doesn't work that way. It only gives you loot once.
I'm kidding. He actually only has the hunter, period, which is probably even worse.
Why are you lying then? Why are you lying then? Like
because he.
Oh my god!
He said that.
Name this officer.
No,
I'm gonna go look.
Okay, so this is it. They dropped some cool wallpapers. Anyone interested? Check them out. This is the best one right here. This hunter doing like skimmer work. Epic. Oh, look at this fucking bookworm loser. No, crayon eating red monkey.
Crayon eating, high score getting, bacon eating.
You mean only could win once hunters were nerfed, crayon eating motherfucker? Yeah.
It says here that some guardians were being scored double.
Where? In the Twid?
In the Destiny 2 team. It's before they they released the patch.
Well, now Titans are being counted 4 times. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Probably, though. Anyway, I just want to show you these. There's some cool wallpapers here and some banners. They're pretty neat. I thought they were okay. I think that's... there's nothing else to talk about here. There's known issues, but I don't really care. PlayStation users can't use text or voice chat. What the fuck? That's fucked up. Good thing for Discord, baby. Let's go. Okay. I get nothing else Destiny related other than this. Here, feast your eyes on this beauty.
So it's a cat.
Yeah.
Kitty.
What a fucking glorious cat. It's the
That's
witness.
the witness cat.
It's the witness cat, yeah. What's with the little knife, though? I've never seen the witness holding a knife.
Because there's the Destiny meme of the cat holding the eager-edged sword, holding the other half all the time, and half the time the cat's holding it in their mouth.
Okay.
I thought it's because they leave no witnesses.
Fucking loser. The kitness. There we go. Leo nailed it. I just noticed the cat's in the smoke, though. The cat faces in the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love it.
They're all his victims, I think.
Yeah. He'd have way
All right.
more.
Outro?
Yeah.
Plugs?
Well, I mean, plugs. Let's do some plugs, baby.
SGC Guardian Games is currently underway. All you gotta do is head into the server, go to the channel for assigning yourself a class, pick a team, and then play the game, preferably with other people. It's very easy. You don't even have to play on the class that you pledge yourself to on a team. If you're playing on if you're on Titan team and you want to play a Hunter or a Warlock, or you're on a Hunter team and you want to play your Titan, whatever, it's fine. All your activity completions still count towards your team. If over the course of the next 2 weeks you are able, I guess week and a half now, if over by the end of the event you have accumulated 150 community player league points, you will have earned yourself the contender role. So and the top community player of the week point earner for each of the teams will get the MVP role and maybe some prize stuff. Probably some prize stuff. I think I promised some prizing of some kind. Anyway, so there you go. That's what we got. Yeah.
Did you promise surprising?
I think I did.
Is it in the
I think
post?
there's some. I think it's in the post.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. That's not all the team. Wait. No. Okay.
You think?
Blah, blah,
Leo?
blah.
I think you got that in the
No,
first day.
it's just
All
it's just
right,
the
and
title.
for the true champion among the MVP exclusive or in Guardian Games merch. Oh, just the
There's
MVP.
a prize drawing for everybody that gets contender. Yeah.
Prize drawing for everyone that gets contender, and then the MVPs will all get Guardian Games mouse, gamepads, desk pads,
Yeah.
whatever they're called.
Yeah.
So that's the top one for each class.
Yeah.
I really gotta pull it out so I can show it off again.
What are we talking about?
Entry into a prize draw. What's that gonna be? Do we know?
I think I put it in your. I think it's in our DMs, but
There's a lot of stuff in our DMs.
final shape, silver, emblem. There you go. 3 drawings, as per usual. Unless Greener tells me there's not enough money, in which case, womp womp.
There's never enough money anymore. I don't know where I keep spending it all, but I'm just kidding. You can do it. You can. Okay, so that'll be fun. Somebody might win some cool stuff. And Bebo, you got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah. If you want to sign up for the activity with that Grim is setting up, it's like a raid race. I mean, it's whoever finishes all of the raids first, starting from Last Wish all the way to Crota. I believe it's like time-based, obviously, because I don't think in real time it'll transfer, I think, is just like accumulation of.
Let me read Grimm's announcement.
It's fine. There's a we don't need to get too much into it. It's a raid race, competition, yada yada. Who do they reach? You or Grim? Do they just reach out to you? Is that how they sign up?
Yeah, whichever of
Grim
us.
Reaper or Bebo on the server.
So, Grim Reaper, if you don't know who that is, Souls admin. Grim Reaper, Souls admin, same person. Bebo, if you don't know who Bebo is, this is Bebo over here, right below me, down here. But also, he's Shrouded 7's admin. I know, I don't know who made that choice. Anyway, that's just reach out to them, DM them, and they'll give you some details, explanation. But it's just for fun.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Yeah. People just getting together, enjoying their lives, playing some Destiny, probably talking shit, you know.
If you just want to do it to see how fast you complete all the raids.
We will probably be giving out some loyalty points in relation to this thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't agree to that.
That's all right. I agreed to it for you. That's why I'm the event czar.
And Seven's Clan Night. It's tonight. Woo! It's going on right now. I see a shit ton of people in there. So
are there?
Pass by.
Are you lying?
Rate a bit. More than welcome to. If you don't have access, DM me. I'll give you access to a voice channel.
Holy shit!
Yep.
There actually is a lot of people in there, chat.
It's going down. It's going down.
Oh, come on, camera, focus.
How come they aren't here, Bebo?
There you go.
Look at that. That's a clan night if I've ever
doing.
seen one. Holy shit.
You should really talk to them about making Seven have a big presence during clan night while you're in here, trying to distract Greener with all their text chats, because we could always use the engagement on the channel.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. I hope at least one of them heard that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It is fun. It's fun.
Might have to make another. Is it possible to make another voice at some point?
Oh, yeah, I don't care. Go
Okay.
They're always the first to go when if we ever hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Which we do sometimes because
I might
useless channels and then punish.
Yeah, I might have to ask you to look over all of ours and just see how I can organize it better, because I think it's very.
I ain't got time.
Can he?
What are you talking?
Can he even see all of them, Greener?
Because
Seven had a number of them that were hidden from everybody except for Seven staff at the time and you.
I'll have to take a look, I guess.
You erased the one.
Okay, hold on.
Like
this is not podcast.
Channel.
Stop.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait till we do the outro, and then we can talk about it in the post show. Okay, for me, if you're in this podcast and you're not part of the Shrouded gaming community, I know there's somebody that's watching right now that isn't. We are a Destiny community. We have 25 different clans all over the globe. North America, Europe, there's none in Australia, but we've got a couple of Aussies in Shrouded Devils. There's some in Shrouded Bastion. I don't know why they don't hang out together. I said 25.
Some in sevens.
Is it not 25? It might be 24 since we got rid of Catastrophe.
Yeah.
In 7? There's some in 7? Jeez, they should make their own clan. Anyway.
There's one in 7.
So, hold on. Let me focus on that. So, we got a bunch of clans. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we do Destiny stuff a lot. We do other stuff, but the community's based in Destiny. We have a community stream every Tuesday where we go over players of the week, clans of the week. We give out awards. We have some fun. So check it out. Twitch.tv/Shrouded Gaming. Obviously, if you're watching live, you're on the channel now. If you're watching on YouTube, that's how you watch our stream. Head on over to Twitch. We give away silver. We give away final shapes. We give away SGC merch, Bungie merch, lots of other things. We do prize drawings using loyalty points. The whole thing, whole community. We're always doing stuff every week. So if you find Destiny boring, if you're playing the game and you don't find it boring, but if you're finding playing the game by yourself is boring and you want to actually have a reason to get together with some cool folks and play Destiny, check out the Shrouded Gaming community. Check out our community stream and check out our Discord, shroudedgaming.com/Discord. Real simple, that'll bring you right in. It can be a little confusing to somebody new. It's a really big Discord. It's got a lot of people in it, so there's a help channel. If you need some help, just let us know. We shall check it out. Did you ever do a drunk cooking stream? Okay, I'll answer that in a minute. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. That's it. That's also sometimes what we do, by the way. So come check it out. I think that's everything, though. This has been episode 54 of This Week at Shrouded. Thank you all for coming. I was your host, AGreener. Thank you to our co-hosts, Mr. Rect and Bebo. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.